Hey you guys, how are you? Thanks first of all for coming back to watch my interesting video. Now, Rocio is not just a YouTuber. That's a lady who has it figured out. That's a lady who loves to take risks, and so far it seems like every risk she's been taking is really paying off. Think about it. Before she met I Am Marwa, she was just a singer and artist, a makeup artist performing for people in Mexico. And she's Latina, so in Mexico she might not get that much value as compared to what she would get in any other country. And she meets this guy who apparently was behaving like a passport bro, because after watching numerous videos by I Am Marwa, now I realized this guy, even as much as he was traveling, he was more like a passport bro. And with passport bros, they travel, yes, they're having fun while traveling, but passport bros and women, they kind of work together. And I have that evidence because Ivan Torres talked about all the ladies that this guy was paying for the ticket to come in the United States. Like, remember the lady called Heidi, who came all the way from Poland to meet I Am Marwa in the United States of America. Now, Rocio is different. She comes to Africa. She realizes something she had not learned before, that this YouTube thing, it can work, but it would work even more faster if there are donations and manipulation of subscribers. And sure enough, it did work. It is working for Rocio. It is not working for I Am Marwa. By the time Rocio is leaving that villa, she lives with a baby, and she was saving all the money for all those 2 years because this guy had to prove himself as a man. He wanted to prove like he can provide for a light-skinned woman, and that's what he did. So when he gets the check, when he gets the donations, spends on Rocio. And for all those years, Rocio was accumulating money in her bank account. And guess who paid for Rocio's parents to fly all the way from Argentina to here in Africa? I Am Marwa. Guess who pays for everything and all the expenses they had while here in Africa, because he does not want to suffer shame. Those are in-laws, and you have to treat the in-laws like VIPs. Guess who does that? I Am Marwa. And then he continued whining every time, I am broke, I am broke, I am broke. And the only thing we saw Madame Rocio do is fixing the cabinet, the wardrobe. And you see, fixing the wardrobe was supposed to be effective for her. It benefited her. It was her space. It was not Marwa's space. It was her space in the villa. Again, she had to do something because her parents were coming. And then after all that, she flies back to Argentina. And even in Argentina, she's really having fun and trying to make deals. Right? There's a video she uploaded, and she claimed she wanted to, there's a company, and she wanted to use the baby, Maisha. She wanted to use Maisha as a brand ambassador for that company. And if it works out, then who do you think is going to be pocketing all that money? It's not the couple, it's Rocio. So Rocio is a lady who loves to experiment things, unlike I Am Marwa. His experiments have been falling and failing right and center. As we are speaking right now, the biggest experiment that I Am Marwa is having is the horses for breeding. And apparently, it doesn't seem like it's working for him. It's working against him. Well, I understand when it comes to business, sometimes you're gonna have to take that risk. And sometimes it does not start from a winning end. Sometimes you have to go through the pain, through the struggle as you're building that business and eventually make it. But horses are expensive, and all he wants is to bring more horses. And people are telling him and advising him, hey bro, first of all, relax with the horse thing. Build systems that are sustainable. Because you see, with a system, when you build a system, it works effectively. You'll not even be fighting with the employees because you'll be looking at the outcome. And when you look at the outcome, you know there's a problem with the system. Think about it. Think about God's journey of creation. He was just saying, let there be, let there be, let there be, let there be, let there be. And then ensure that every living organism, that is, human beings and plants, flora and fauna, every living organism has a system. Plants and human beings have a seed. And I need you to think about that seed as part of the system. Because God did not want to be in a situation where He's going to come again, start the creation journey. He ensured there's a system, there's a seed, there's a man, there's a woman. They can reproduce. The same thing with plants. So production continues. That's a system. And that's how systems work. So what I Am Marwa has not managed to put is a system. What Rocio is trying to do is to ensure there's a system, and a systematic system that is going to work. And there's a possibility. Rocio discovered that working and partnering with I Am Marwa as a business partner and as a wife is definitely daunting. Because one of the things I realized about I Am Marwa is he doesn't like a situation where you were below him, now you've started to rise and surpass him. He doesn't like that. He likes it when you maintain a level where he's always the boss. And Rocio, once she discovered that, she decided, okay, fine. I'm going to chill, I'm going to take my time. And now look at what she's doing. She wants to go and convert a place in Argentina. And there's no way you're going to convert a place at home so that you can leave that place like that. No. Rocio does research. There's a possibility that even Rocio has done more research on, interracial couples here in Africa. And you see, with those interracial couples, she understands there's a systematic way of building businesses. Like there's one I know of called the Lemiris. Now the Lemiris, they have a travel company. They also do farm products, and they're doing so good at those businesses. So Rocio most definitely is looking at a way she's going to establish that, whether in Argentina or in Kenya. But she wants to be in a position where she is able to establish all that. And that's how she's winning it. And then she knows how to use that woman power. You see, if today Rocio decides to play victim, because YouTube is a very nice platform where you can do whatever you want to do to generate views, she would still do it and get viewership. You understand? She will still do it, get views, and continue growing. And for the last few, 4 or 5 videos, Rocio has proven to I Am Marwa she can do it by herself. She's already gaining subscribers. She gained 50k subscribers, not while she was here in Kenya, when she went back home. And she's proving she can even get even more while she's outside there. And that's a clear message to I Am Marwa that this is an independent woman who is willing to do what's good for her and for her son. Well, and I'm saying this, I'm not really saying that relationship should fall, but I Am Marwa's attitude and traits, character, and the way the guy thinks has to change completely. And this is social media. Social media is going to drag you to the man, whether you like it or you don't like it. Because recently, if there's a time we've really witnessed I Am Marwa going on a nosedive, it's this time. Because you think about all other prodigies and all the people who've left work there. When they step outside there, they don't leave empty-handed. They will always go out there with some subscribers. So I Am Marwa, as you're crying and telling people to subscribe, to take other people's phone and subscribe without them knowing. People come, they get what they're getting, and move out. And there's something we also learned from Musabi. Even while you're still in that villa, while you're still working there and you have a phone, you take videos so that the day you will leave, they are going to help you in your case. Because fighting with I Am Marwa has been, it's you said versus I said. You need to have evidence. Like Max Bryan, he would have been dragged to the mud if he did not have the courage to go to the places he worked previously and prove his case. Because I Am Marwa, he's always the one running the show. Whatever he says is believed. And not unless you come with compelling evidence, whatever he says sticks. But again, when it comes to Rocio and I Am Marwa, I mean, it does not look like partnership, it does not look like there's a relationship. Maybe they have chosen not to talk about the relationship online, but it does not look like it. Because the only way people know Rocio is through I Am Marwa. And there's always, that respect, like, were it not for you, I Am Marwa, I could not be where I am. And it's true, that's factual. Were it not for I Am Marwa, Rocio right now could not be where she is. But on the other hand, if you look at a guy like I Am Marwa and the way he operates, you will understand why Rocio doesn't give him the credit he deserves. Because I Am Marwa has a problem somewhere and he wants to be praised over anything. Anyway, guys, that's it up to now. See you in the next one, 22nd January 2026. Let's see how things are going to unfold this year. So far so good. I'm really glad at least I'm able to upload videos every day, and my goal is to ensure that I stay disciplined, stay consistent. Whether I get 2 views, 3 views, I have to be consistent, but I also have to learn to ensure that my storyline and what I produce is not just gossip. Because I hate gossip, I love being factual. But I have to provide opinions that are based on evidence and clear observations on what we see. Other than that, I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely evening. It's evening here in East Africa, and all the best. Coming next is about the horses. The guy who loves horses but cannot stop kicking the horses. Have a good one, and please, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, kindly, and you love my content, then subscribe, please. Have a nice one.